Okay, good evening, everybody. It is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Monday night, March the 20th, 2017. We are going to have our GBO training call this evening, and the focus is going to be understanding the 6 keys that will lead each of us to the Global Rescue Direct Prize. These keys are not really complex, but at the same time, they are highly, highly necessary, and I'm going to start off with what I believe the fundamental reason is going to be purpose. You know, we talk a lot about why do we do what we do throughout our lives, but most importantly, every opportunity needs a plan, okay? What is a person's specific goals? How much money are they trying to earn? How many lives are they trying to impact? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to learn or change or overcome? And what are you willing to commit yourself to? That, to me, is paramount. Every opportunity, like I said, needs a plan, and every plan needs to be carefully thought out. In Global Rescue, we have the opportunity to learn as well as to earn, the opportunity to grow us as well as to keep what's important at the forefront, and that being your faith and your family, and also to help yourself while helping others and doing well in the world. Okay, but I believe we must decide what we want, and then we must decide what we're willing to give up or give of ourselves in order to achieve the things that we want. Okay, Global Rescue Direct is, quite frankly, it's an exchange system. It is sowing seeds so that at some point in time you may reap the benefits of those seeds that have been sown. It's giving so that you might receive those, but not giving while expecting to receive, okay? It is learning to say no to those distractions of life today so that you can say yes to the things you want more of in the future. We had a wonderful weekend this past weekend, and, you know, I sit and I think about so many times about the freedom to go where we want to go, when we want to go, and we take our Global Rescue business right alongside us. It's a profound life. But we locked in on our purpose many years ago, and that purpose rings even stronger today as to why we pursue what we pursue. So I encourage each of you, figure out what is your purpose and why are you doing what you're doing to achieve what you dictate you want to achieve. Number 2, passion. Make no mistake that strong feelings will make a major difference in the effort that you put forth here and in the results that you're going to get out at Global Rescue Direct. I've often said for many, many years that being casual about your Global Rescue Direct business is going to be more likely than not to produce a casualty. Okay, so approaching this business casually typically produces a casualty. Don't back up from that statement, okay? So even with a very strong passion, that is going to not likely help overcome the destructive influence of a casual approach and very mild feelings. I will give you I'll give you an example of something that occurred today so that hopefully it will help drive it home. But I want you to understand it's not that we have more experience in sales. It's not that we have more knowledge about the total care service and what we market here at Global Rescue Direct. And it's not that we have more skills that we need. It's more about the strong feelings about the services and the opportunity that we have at Global Rescue Direct. Okay? That's going to ultimately determine how well you do here, your passion. Today I had a scheduled call with a lady, just to briefly give you about a 20-second story. I had a scheduled call with her, and she did not respect me enough to get on that phone. And it flat outright, rightfully so, kind of honked me off. So I sent a polite email, very strong email, and just asked her if we were in a position where we needed to pursue this or not. And it was within 5 minutes I got a phone call back. Why do I believe that it resulted in that? Because she understood real clear from my email how passionate I was about what I had to say to her. It wasn't what I had to say so much as it was how do I feel about what I have to say. So number 2 being passion. And then number 3 is going to be priorities, okay? Each of us on every day, there's a mountain of activities and responsibilities and duties that each of us have that we must get done. I realize that, okay? Let's just take an average day, for example. We work 8 hours a day typically. Most people commute an hour or 2 a day. They sleep 6 to 8 hours. And you know the sad thing is, surveys show, they show that the average American watches TV nearly 7 hours a day. 7 hours. I can't even tell you the last time my TV's been on for 7 hours. Maybe a Super Bowl day or January 1st on college football day. Maybe. Okay, just those activities alone account for all of the 24 hours in each day. TV combined with sleep, combined with work, and combined with the drive to work. Okay, another recent study that is absolutely appalling. An average working father spends just a little over 10 minutes of private quality time each day with his children. So that begs us to ask the question, why would a father who clearly loves his children do that? Because of other priorities, team. That's why. You see, we do have enormous demands on our time. There's no question about it. And one more thing, the Global Rescue Direct opportunity also demands some time. And because it does, and because it's an exchange system that I talked about in the very first statement, we've got to be willing to identify the things that we do that consume our time and then begin to prioritize our time so that we can begin to build and remove the things that we don't like, okay? Now, I want you to understand again that Global Rescue Direct is going to place new demands on your time. There's no question. Your Global Rescue Direct business is going to interfere with some of your pleasures, but it also has the capacity to make greater pleasures possible over time. How do I know that? Because I live that way, okay? It was dogged determination, and it took prioritizing, and it took our passion, and it also took our purpose to fuel what we wanted and why we wanted it and when we wanted it, okay? So the fourth item that I want to spend a few minutes going over is going to be persistence. I believe persistence is like a dog with a piece of meat, and they will not let go of it. It's best defined as this. Persistence is the work that you do after being exhausted by the work you've already done. I recognize that the majority of the people at Global Rescue Direct build this business part-time. But I also know that persistence is also the secret ingredient in the success recipe of any direct sales business. You see, the power in direct sales is to begin to build a life that you at one time could only begin to dream about, and that realization sets in because we begin to build it through a system and other people can tap into. But that persistence has to exist from the get-go. Persistence means not giving up and not giving in until you've given your very best and you've achieved what you're setting out to do. I can tell you I have been like this since I was introduced to this June of 2016. Okay, we all have bad days, no question. It's kind of like not taking no for an answer. Just like today when I felt so disrespected by Gina when she did not get on the phone call that we had previously arranged. She had previously confirmed all of the things lined up for me to take my time out of my day, and she didn't have enough respect for me to get on that phone call. And you know what? She realized real quick I meant business about what I had to say. And so that is just kind of like an answer of, no, I'm not going to take no until she tells me no. The tenacity, the focus, the unshakable determination. We all experience rejection, okay? It's not that we experience the rejection. We all experience failure. But I want each of you to remember that failure is simply something you experience. It is not something that you are, okay? You guys in this industry are champions because it's a whole lot easier to go get a job where all of the marketing is done for you and not have to figure anything out, and then you just get plugged into the system and there you go. But if you quit, if you turn back, if you lose your faith, if you lose your vision, you're going to always have to remember that there are other people that did what you had the same chance to do, but you gave up and you turned back. We're not here to build people that are going to quit. We are here to pour into people and take people where they've never been. And just understand, we have not been there either, okay? You can do what other people have done if you are willing to do what others did, okay? It's a matter of taking control of your life. It's a matter of taking control of your mind and what you think about what you do. It's about overcoming, and it's about what you're willing to put aside in the name of a greater good and of what you believe. That's what persistence is. The fifth item that I want to talk about this evening is going to be being a good pupil. You know, in virtually everything we do, it involves someone who is the student and then again someone who is the pupil or perhaps someone who is the teacher, okay? At work, the boss is the teacher and we are the student. At church, the pastor is the teacher and we are the student. The counselor is the teacher and we are the student. Okay, some people grow up to believe that they have all of the answers about what it takes to succeed. In fact, many people believe that they have all the answers even before they've heard the question. Have you ever met anybody like that? One of the greatest assets that a GBO should keep and in some cases rediscover is that we should always be a willing pupil. You know what, guys? Working with some of the people I work with, I learn something new every day. I learn the way they approach things. I learn what they're seeing. I learn their vision. I love that because you know what? There's always something that I can capture and implement or plagiarize, as we say in this industry, okay? But keep in mind, before we can ever lead, we must first learn to follow. Before we can gain the respect and support of other people, we must show respect for others and for the value of their ideas, their strategies, even their techniques, and their experiences. Haven't you ever had the opportunity to talk to someone that's in their 70s, 80s, or 90s? You know, that's called wisdom. And to me, it is called ignorance to not leverage off of that wisdom because they've been there, done that, and got a T-shirt for it. So take a moment, you know, as we go through this and just do kind of a self-analysis. I am working with some incredibly teachable people right now, and I'm telling you, they are the up-and-coming leaders in this company. Make no mistake about it. And the sixth and final P that I'm going to talk about this evening that is going to help conclude understanding the 6 keys that I believe are going to lead each one of you that want it to the Global Rescue Direct Prize is called a plan. Okay? We've all heard that expression. We all know, you know, those who fail to plan are planning to fail. They used to have those signs posted at Northrop Grumman Corporation when I was employed there. And I can tell you, the human tendency is to find what we think is a good idea and then to launch ourselves into a flurry of activity that has no organized thought behind it, okay? I don't want to discourage anybody because spontaneity is a great thing, and so is giving immediate attention to a good idea through activity, okay? But we can't get confused between activity and productivity. All right? We must pause and consider the consequences of our actions. That is why we have spent so much time, effort, energy, and even money on building a system. All right? We understand the necessity of it. Our former venture that continues to pay us today is we took the company to $1 billion enterprise with a system. Okay? So on Wednesday nights when we encourage each one of you to join the Wednesday night call, we call it Wednesday webinar, we focus totally on the calculator, all right? Because we understand that through your week, you're going to be asking yourself, how many people do you plan on talking to today? How many people am I going to talk to tomorrow? How many people am I going to talk to next week? And who are they? And if I talk to them, what is my objective? Am I trying to help them become a customer to Global Rescue Direct and the Total Care Service? Am I trying to help them, lead them to understanding our financial opportunity as a GBO? Or maybe it's both, okay? Do I need to visit them personally? Do I need to invite them to a Zoom meeting? Do I need to get them on a conference call? What do I need to do with these people? That's why we spend week after week after week after week after week going through the same thing, because the power of not duplicating you, but finding you, molding you, and helping you convey a duplicable process is how we will get and arrive, and that is our plan, okay? So make sure that you understand our plan here at Global Rescue Direct. The calculator is our plan for your better future. If you don't, then you probably are fitting into the plan that somebody else has defined for you, okay? And you may very well wake up one morning and discover that the plan that plan you have, that you may not like what they have planned for you. And sad, but that was my own brother-in-law's case Friday afternoon. My brother-in-law's been involved in insurance for 30-something years. And when I tell you to a high degree, I mean a very high degree. And he and my sister were on their way to come talk with Lloyd and I. Not one thing was not coming to talk to me and visit me about this business. But while they're there, my sister shared with me, you will never believe, on the way to visit with you all, James, my brother-in-law, received a phone call from his boss that said, James, we've done away with your position, effective immediately. After 30-plus years of service. You know, guys, that is exactly where I did not want to be in my life, was end up giving my best, most productive years of my life to a company that I was a clock number and a number on a scale. And on demand, they could terminate me. To me, it was more important that I build a walk-away income and teach others to build a walk-away income. And that is exactly the path that we are on with Global Rescue Direct. I had a wonderful conversation with Dan Richards on this past Thursday afternoon, and it's real simple. Total Care is going nowhere but up. Total Care has the right leadership, the right CEO, and we are going to take this phenomenal service to a world that is waiting. And so I hope you will join us. If you are brand new on the call this evening and you're not sure how to get connected to us so you get all of the updates, I'm going to point you to a website called, just like it sounds, findyourfreedom123.com/communication. findyourfreedom123.com/communication. If you will fill that out, we will be more than happy to add you to the Facebook page, email distribution, and anything else so that you can stay up to date with us. Also, we will connect you to the WhatsApp so that you're getting real-time communication right at your cell phone. We do this call every Monday night. We do a global business owner training teaching the fundamentals of network marketing. These are fundamentals. The calculator is a technique. The fundamentals do not change. The techniques are what change between opportunities and companies. The calculator, this Wednesday webinar, will be at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so stay tuned to the notification to tap into the webinar. Get in front of your largest screen device so that you can capitalize to the greatest degree. Bring your questions, your objections, your uncertainties. It's your time that we spend on this call. And let me reiterate in closing that everyone in Global Rescue Direct has a sponsor. Absolutely every single one of you. Well equipped to take Global Rescue into the stratosphere, and I'm not just saying that. Wednesday night, we will release round 2 of the calculator over and above what we talked about last week. The system is supposed to be delivered hot off the press to me Wednesday morning. And based on where they are right now, oh my goodness, it's going to be phenomenal. So once again, we have a 50-seat license. And that is all for right now, but we will be on the phone 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Wednesday evening via a webinar. Pay attention to WhatsApp and Global Rescue Direct Facebook page, and we will post the ways to connect to us. I hope that you have. I hope that this call has added value to you, and be certain that you tell anyone that you talk with to join us next Monday night as we begin to continue to move forward. And don't forget, Wednesday evening, this Wednesday evening, 48 hours from now, Wednesday webinar with the release of the calculator. You guys take care. God bless, and have a great week. Bye-bye.